Today we would like to highlight or look at the different employment intentions that we're seeing across the survey data. So why are we actually interested in the labour data? Well, most importantly is it's a key component within a central bank's consideration of how it would like to set its monetary policy, and that doesn't differ between the United States Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England here in the UK, or the Bank of Japan. So all of these central banks very much interested in labour data as it offers an insight into the strength of the economy. Now, if we're thinking about these different labour data things that we've seen within the survey evidence, we can really group them into two buckets. Those economies that are more focused on manufacturing and those that are more focused on servicing. So if we start with the manufacturing side of things, there are regions like Japan and certain parts of Europe such as Germany, and the UK also fits within this bucket, not in terms of the manufacturing, but what we're seeing in terms of those labour intentions. So within these types of regions, what we're seeing is that firms are indicating more weakness within that, so looking to reduce headcount or shift workers from things like full-time into part-time. Now for Japan and Europe, that's mainly down to those economies being, as we mentioned at the start, more manufacturing related, and their key export market is into China. And as we've highlighted previously on these videos, we know that China is currently going through a soft patch in its economic data. UK is facing other headwinds just from things like the inflation rate and the impact of higher interest rates on mortgage servicing costs. So those regions we're seeing more weakness in terms of labour intentions. However, on those other side of things, those countries that are more linked into services, once again, parts of Europe are more focused on services for things like tourism, so that's regions like Spain, and also the US. We're seeing stronger employment intentions out of the US. The US, we've obviously mentioned many times in these videos, we're seeing things like the large fiscal impulse from the US, and the US being more sheltered from higher interest rates from the different types of mortgages that US residents typically take. So why are we highlighting this all? Well, once again, it feeds back into central bank policy. If we start to see weakness within the labour data, that will allow central banks to alter their stance on monetary policy. So at the minute, central banks are hawkish, and that would let them shift into more dovish rhetoric and actually cut interest rates, which would be positive for bond markets, would also support equity valuations. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on Monday's video.